So pregnant mommy to be and Tansy and I are out doing the firewood.
And it was oaks and bamboo mixed. And
I'm not doing a photo, it's a video, so just keep going.
okay, well, my research project, so you had to come up with a research project there. And so my friend Kate and I, we looked at habitat diversity on the two different species. There are two different species of oaks there. And on the different sides, like north facing, south facing, east or west, and versus the two species. And I forget I think we did find significant differences, like on the north side that there was higher biodiversity in the lichens and moss. But we did these little grids like this big, and the more we looked, like the more we're like, there's like 50 species here, or morphotypes. We call them morphotypes because we couldn't key out the species of moss and lichens, but it was crazy because you think it's like one, and then you look closely and you're like, no, that's like several different ones.
Right, that's so awesome.
Well, you know, Grandpa did that up in Canada. He took a string and laid it out a square foot, and he laid down, I remember him laying on the ground, and he was counting all the species he could find in that square foot, and he was amazed at how much more biodiverse it was than here in California, up in northern Canada.
I like the Pacific Northwest so much is because, like, just being over on the coast, it's a little wetter, so in the summer here it gets so hot and dry that a lot dies off. But it's so rich. It's so rich. And I did not know, I just read this cool fact. Beetle species make up a third of all animal species on the planet.
Yeah.
A third.
I have a book. I think it's out there actually. In the album, I'll check it, but I left it out there. But it is a world book of beetles. Yeah. Because they make up so many different. I'll see if I can find it because I bet Locke would like looking at it.
Yeah. I'll be it.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's crazy how some groups are like that because like bats, so out of just mammals, bats make up a quarter of all the species in just mammals.
So like there were a bunch. That's a huge number. I mean, that's just.
It's just like crazy how some there'll be one species in one like family, and then there'll be like 50 species.
We've gone through 3 batteries on the cordless Sawzall, but we've also, along with it, been using the plug-in one. Is still doing fine. So these trees were much larger and bigger, and we got rid of 2 separate doggy houses that were all rotten. We're keeping that one. It came from the ranch next door. It's been here 30 years. I think it needs some new lumber underneath the tin for the roof, but it's a nice, big, secure, thick-walled dog house with a beautiful round door. So it's going to get moved to the new property. So the guys are in. Nikolai is knitting and crocheting his Christmas gifts, even though it's Christmas Day. And Fancy, Leaf, and I are out here dealing with the firewood issue. I think the blade may be getting a little dull after all the cutting we've done. Covering the huge outdoor patio up there with firewood, big stacks. No more being cold in the fog. Rain is supposed to come in, so we thought we'd get up a good supply here.